Okay, today we are going to the very bottom of the world, to a place of ice and shadow, a continent that holds secrets as huge and as deep as its frozen plains. We're going to journey beneath the ice and see what's really hiding down there.
I mean, really think about that for a second. We usually picture Antarctica as just this massive, empty, white landscape. But that emptiness? It's really just a blanket, and it's hiding a world of wonders, and frankly, some really bizarre puzzles that we're only just starting to piece together.
First off, the environment there is basically alien. We're talking temperatures that can plunge to minus 80 degrees Celsius. To put that in perspective, that's colder than the surface of Mars sometimes. It's an environment that is just completely hostile to almost any life that we're familiar with.
And it's not just the brutal cold. Can you imagine months of total, non-stop darkness? During the polar winter, the sun just vanishes below the horizon, and the entire continent is thrown into this frozen, endless night. And that, well, that's the perfect stage for our story.
Because deep beneath all that ice, perfectly preserved by that crushing cold and that absolute darkness, are secrets that have been locked away for millennia. Secrets that kind of make you rethink what we know about our own planet.
So let's just get a sense of the scale we're dealing with. Antarctica isn't just some big island of ice. It's a whole continent, and it's bigger than all of Europe combined. It's so enormous that it holds 70% of all the fresh water on planet Earth, just locked away in its ice sheet. And under that ice, well, that's where things start to get really interesting.
Our first mystery is one of the strangest, most visual, and kind of shocking things you'll ever see on this planet. I'm talking about a glacier that, for all intents and purposes, looks like it's bleeding.
So picture this. You're surrounded by nothing but stark white ice, the Taylor Glacier, and pouring right out of its face is this waterfall, the color of blood. It's a chilling, almost supernatural sight right in the middle of this frozen desert, and for years, it had scientists totally stumped.
The first guess, it made sense. Some kind of unique red algae was staining the water. But the real answer? Oh, it's so much cooler. That deep red color actually comes from ancient, super salty water that's loaded with iron and has been trapped under the glacier for millions of years. When that water finally seeps out and hits the air and oxygen for the very first time, the iron oxidizes. It basically rusts instantly, turning the water that deep, disturbing red. It's a geologic process that looks like something straight out of a horror movie. But, weird colors on the surface? That's just the beginning. If we go deeper, way deeper, completely sealed off from our world, there's a mystery that goes back millions and millions of years. It's like a lost world hidden beneath the ice.
Buried under almost 4 kilometers, that's nearly 2.5 miles of solid ice, there's a place called Lake Vostok. The incredible weight and pressure from all that ice above have kept this lake in total isolation from everything.
And we're not talking about just a little while. Scientists figure Lake Vostok has been completely sealed off from the outside world for maybe as long as 15 million years. That means whatever's in there has been evolving in total solitude since way, way before the first humans ever walked the Earth. Just let that sink in. This isn't just a lake, it's a living time capsule. It could contain ancient microbial life that has evolved in ways we've never, ever seen. Unlocking its secrets would be almost like finding life on another planet. It could teach us how life might survive in the most extreme places in the universe. So what's down there? Living in the dark? The honest answer is, we still don't really know.
So, from a hidden world that exists today, we're going to rewind the clock to a world that's been lost to time. It is so hard to picture, but the frozen wasteland that we know today, it once had a secret, totally green past.
Yeah, this transformation is just mind-blowing. Scientists have found fossils of lush trees, ancient sea monsters, and even dinosaurs in Antarctica. This place used to be a warm, forested land. The continent's crazy climate shift from a green world to an ice world is just this powerful reminder of how dramatically our planet can and does change.
Okay, for our last section, we are officially moving from the known to the truly weird. We're talking about mysterious signals shooting up from deep within the ice and strange structures that got the internet buzzing with all kinds of wild speculation.
So a few years back, NASA researchers picked up these bizarre, high-energy radio waves that seem to be shooting up out of the Antarctic ice. And right here, this is where things get really weird, because this signal appears to break the fundamental rules of physics as we understand them. This is a genuine what the heck is going on moment for science. The particles that created these signals just don't fit into our standard model of particle physics. I mean, some theories are looking at exotic particles called neutrinos, while some of the more out there ideas are whispering about, get this, evidence of a parallel universe. But for now, the cause is a total mystery.
And speaking of out there ideas, you've probably seen this one floating around online. Satellite images showed these mountains with these incredibly sharp, pyramid-like shapes, and it sparked all these theories of a lost ancient civilization. So, is there any truth to it? Well, while it is an awesome thought, the reality is a little more natural. Geologists have confirmed these are mountain peaks, called nunataks, whose tips poke out of the ice. They've just been carved into those pointy shapes by millions of years of wind and ice erosion. But hey, it just goes to show you, in a place as remote and mysterious as Antarctica, it's really easy for our imaginations to run wild.
And that really gets to the heart of it, doesn't it? We've looked at bleeding glaciers, hidden lakes, and physics-defying signals. But what if those are just the things we've stumbled upon so far? What else is still waiting for us, buried under all that ice?
When it comes right down to it, Antarctica is one of the last true frontiers we have on our own planet. It's a continent of secrets, and it seems like every time we peel back a layer of the ice, we find way more questions than answers. The journey of discovery there, it's really only just getting started.
Hey, if you enjoyed uncovering these frozen secrets with us, help us keep the expedition going. Take a quick second to like this explainer, drop a comment below, and let me know which of these mysteries really blew your mind, and of course, subscribe so you don't miss our next deep dive into the unknown.
Thanks for hanging out with me, and as always, stay curious.